Dang, what a hottie. Look at that haircut. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my DIY hair series. Today we're doing a men's haircut. This is the haircut I do with my husband all the time, and it's super easy, and I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell notification on so that you get reminded anytime I upload a video. We're doing more DIY hair videos, and if you missed any of the past two, check the description box down below, and you guys can go check those out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Enjoy is what I was trying to say there. So what you guys are going to need is you're going to need a clipper and a trimmer. I do prefer the Wall brand, a pair of shears and a blending shears, which is the one with the teeth, a water bottle, a comb, 3 guards, number 4, 3, and 2 is what we're using in this video, and then a cape is optional. I guess the blending shears is optional as well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to drape your client or hot husband if you are me, and you could use a towel or anything like that. But first we're going to start with the number 4 guard on your clipper. So what we're going to do is kind of the temples down. Don't go farther than the curve or the natural curve of the head. You're just going to go straight up with the clipper, number 4, and just go all the way around the hair, all the way around the head, I guess. Whenever you're using a clipper, you kind of want to just go in all different directions as well, because hair grows in different directions, and sometimes if you go through it, you kind of have to go through it a couple times just to make sure that you're getting all the hairs. So after I grab the number 4 and I kind of do that U section, I don't even do all the rest, but I grab a number 3, put that on my clipper, and just connect it with the number 4 that I just did. I usually just leave about an inch lower than what I did with the number 4, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm really sorry. But now I just grab all the hair from the neck up and connect that with the 4. It's really nice because it just blends naturally. You're not going to really have to do much extra with that. That is the really nice thing about a clipper cut. But it just looks way better than just doing a number 4. It's going to give it a lot more of a tapered effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the number 3 on the rest of the hair, and then we'll grab the number 2. And with the number 2, we're going to do the same thing and just do the lowest part of the hair and connect it to the 3. So it's all going to be super blended and look really, really nice. The main difference is with the number 2, we're really only going to go about halfway up the head, just so you get that really nice tapered look. In the salon, we would always wash their hair and then sometimes re-go over it because some of those hairs are just really stubborn. So it's always nice to just recheck it after they wash it. But next you're going to grab your trimmer, and this is where we are going to line their edge of their hair pretty much. That's kind of optional, but I think it looks really nice when everything's just nice and cleaned up. And I'm going to use the thick side of my comb. As you can see, it's like thicker and gets thinner. I'm going to use the thicker side and just comb through his sideburn, and then take my trimmer and just zoop up. The comb helps protect so you don't get any bald spots if you accidentally go cray-cray. But if you are a little intimidated by that step, you could definitely just put a number 1 on your clipper and just do it that way. But I like to do it this way because I can get it really short and just give it a nice look. Then you're going to decide if they want to bring their sideburns up shorter, you would do that, and always look at them from the face on to determine if the sideburns match, because you guys, their ears are, you cannot use that. So you guys, ears move, make sure you bend the ear down and get all that hair underneath that, or in front of the ear, because if that is like long and straggly, that is like really annoying for guys. So make sure you clean up around the ears really, really well. And then you're just gonna follow the natural line of their heads or their hair. Sorry, I'm real bad at talking through this. But you're gonna follow the natural line, and then for the back, usually guys like either more of a square look or more of a rounded look. And you can ask them, they'll usually know exactly what they want. Or if they don't, just follow the natural look. You don't wanna go too high or too low because it could look silly. So just follow your intuition. You can kind of see where their hair starts and stops. But this is like, seriously, the most attractive thing to me is when I see just like a fresh haircut on the back of the head. I know that sounds funny, but seriously, it's great. I'm really sorry for the bad lighting, you guys. Next time I do a video, I definitely will do it outside. But we were trying to rush through since our son Bruce was sleeping and we didn't know how long he was going to be napping for. So make sure you do both sides of the head. What I was trying to say before is that people have really uneven ears. So when you're doing the sideburns, just make sure you are looking at them, like looking at them through the face to make sure that they're even. So next, just clean up their neck, because there's nothing worse than seeing a guy wearing a shirt and seeing their back hair like pop out of their shirt if you don't go down low enough. So make sure you talk to him and see how low he wants. Then you're going to grab your water bottle and just spray the top of their head and grab your scissors. The first thing you want to determine is how short they want. Usually if you want to do finger length, which looks really good with this cut, what that means is like you put your fingers and then you just cut as right on top of your fingers. But pretty much just see how short they want it, and that'll determine how much you're going to cut. And you just want to place your fingers with the shape of their head. I don't know how to say that right, but you want to angle your fingers always where their head is going. Oh my gosh. Anyways, just look at how my fingers move with the shape of the head. See how it's angling out towards the right, because that's the way his head shape is going. And then I just like to point cut, because that actually can really blend a haircut really nicely. If you're new, if you point cut all of it, chances are if you make a big mistake, no one's gonna see, okay? If you're really experienced, then you can just cut away like a normal cut and you should be fine. But my husband has really stick straight hair, so I like to do a lot of point cutting, because if there's anything uneven, you will see it. So then I just take parallel strips of his hair and I go from the back to the front and just match up with the last cut I did, taking little bits at a time. And then I just go a ½ inch over and grab that parallel section and connect it with the section I just made. And you just work your way through the whole top section of the head. so now I'm going in a little bit horizontally, and you can see where there was like a little mountain peak. If you just take that little mountain peak and trim it, then it's just totally blends it so it is all good. And you can do this, I just do that with the whole haircut because then I go through it really fast and then it just blends really quickly. So first parallel, like long ways, and then I go through it wide ways, if that makes sense. Wow, I really should have learned how to phrase that better, but since it's in video, I think you guys know exactly what I'm saying. Now with the bangs, my husband has colics on both sides, so I learned that the hard way the first time I did his hair in hair school, but I just bring it away from his head and cut it like that. It leaves more length in the bangs and also like layers it and blends it at the same time, so it's nice and fluffy. And then you can pull it out this way and get that little mountain peak. Clean up any stragglers. And then I grab my thinning shears and I just layer it so it's not a straight line. I think that would look really silly, but it's just like a really blended, wispy bang look. That's why I just love these shears. They're so great. So then I'm going to go through and use those thinning shears and kind of just take the very tips off of around his head. Oops, I forgot that I totally was trimming his eyebrows. You can take the long stragglers, but really random side note. So yeah, I'm just going to go along the sides of his hair and do that because it just really helps blend in and just take any thick areas out. And here's the after, you guys. Seriously, it looks so good, so much better. It's really an easy cut. I hope you guys can try it at home. And I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like my DIY hair series. And style that baby's hair up and take some pictures because it is a nice looking haircut. Thanks, guys.